Are you the guy that has been working super hard lately, hustling, grinding, being consistent, but not seeing any kind of results and not seeing the success that you want to reach? Let's say it's 10K a month. Well, in today's video, I'm gonna show you why that is happening, the simple mistakes you're making, and the few steps it takes for you to fix the mistakes and achieve everything you ever wanted. So this is gonna be a very short video. It's gonna be a very basic topic, but the value I'm gonna share is actually from my mentor that helped me scale my business from 20K all the way to 50K a month with e-commerce, and I made no technical changes. Everything was mental, and today I'm gonna show you the glimpse of what that looks like and what you can apply in your day-to-day life right now. So first things first, you have to understand that we as humans live on 3 planes of existence. Now this is the mental plane. This is where your beliefs, your thoughts, your emotions, your whole mindset actually resides in. This is your mental plane. The second one is the spiritual plane. This is your faith, this is your soul, your religion, and your connection with God. And the third one, this is the plane that most people know about and they neglect the other two. And this is the physical plane. This is you watching this video right now or working on your business, or like this black guy scrolling online. So this is the basics. Now I want to get into your subconscious mind. You have to understand that your subconscious mind is the autopilot for your life. Like 90 to 95% of your day-to-day decisions and everything you're doing is driven by your subconscious mind. And the thing about that mind is that you can't really notice it. You have to have a really high level of awareness to be aware of the decisions you're making that are stemmed from the subconscious mind. So why I'm saying this to you ties into this step, is setting your dream life into existence. Now most people, when they start online business, they have these very superficial and vague answers to their dream life. They will tell you, oh, I want to make a lot of money, I want to live a cool life, I want to have a nice girl, or I want to have a nice car. But that is superficial because it doesn't go into the really tiny details about how your life is going to look like. And think of your subconscious mind as this GPS. If you don't give it the right coordinates, it's not going to lead you into the right direction. You're going to live this vague existence of not having a clearly defined life and the lifestyle you're living. So you have to go into super autistic details about what your dream life is going to look like so that your subconscious mind can help you and guide you with inner intuition towards achieving your goals. So this is, for example, exactly what apartment you're going to be living in, whether it's your hometown or a different city or a different country. What is that apartment going to look like? Go on Airbnb, look at the apartments that you deem really nice, pick and choose the apartments that you would truly like to live in for the next 10 to 20 years. How much money you're going to be making? How much money does it take to fund the lifestyle that you want to live? Which business model is going to be? Is it going to be e-commerce? Do you like to do work with clients? Do you want to do high ticket sales? You have to think about these things and write them out in the super specific details about what your life is going to look like. What specific model of a car you're going to be driving? What is the interior going to look like? You can even go to the fucking configurators online and set up your dream car. Also think about the clothes. Think about the watch. Think about the shoes. Think about the tiny details about your life that you really want to get down to. Which brand of clothes you're going to be wearing, which, I don't know, sunglasses you're going to be wearing. All these different things play into your subconscious mind and how it's going to be programmed to lead you into living that life. So that is the second step. The third step is aligning yourself to the 3 planes of existence. Now the mistake most people make, because they only know about the physical plane. And the physical is just the hustle, the work. And because people only know about the hustle and the grinding and the working because of the social media stuff, they neglect their mind, they neglect their spirituality. And I'm speaking from experience when I tell you that trying to force success is not going to lead you in a path of success. It's going to lead you in a path of being consistent, burning out, not seeing results, being kind of ashamed of yourself and feeling low intelligence because you're doing all this work, you're grinding for a year straight, not seeing any kind of results. You're gonna have these negative thought loops. You're gonna have doubt in your mind. You're truly gonna think about, am I even destined to live this kind of life? You're gonna ask yourself those questions, and those are very dark, negative questions to ask yourself. They're not gonna lead you down a good path. I've only scaled my business and truthfully started to live a life I wanted to live when I aligned myself to the three planes of existence, and this was a life-changing moment for me. So people focus on the physical, they hustle, they grind, but that leads them into not success. It doesn't lead them to success, it leads them to burnout. So what you have to do is think about the mental plane, then the spiritual, and then at the very end you think about the physical. And once all of these are aligned, then you can have 10K a month, then you can have 50K a month, and you have all these nice figures and live this fun lifestyle, but only when these three planes of existence are aligned. So how do you actually do that? So first of all, the mental plane. This is the first thing you have to focus on. This is your, as I said, beliefs, your emotions, your thoughts, and the perception. So all these things need to be in alignment with the goals you want to reach. And there is a very simple way to do this. So what you're gonna do is think about the goal. So your goal is to make 10K a month with the e-commerce. Now there's a lot of people making 10K a month, way more than 10K a month with e-commerce, probably at your age. And simply just ask yourself, what would the person making 10K a month with e-commerce believe? What would they think? What would they feel on a day-to-day basis? How would they perceive the world? Think about the mindset of a person making 10K a month. Now, to put this into perspective, let's say in your case, you're not making any kind of money. You're broke. This is where I was. And you probably have similar beliefs to me that I had previously, which is money is scarce because you haven't made any money and you're probably living a broke lifestyle. So money is scarce. You think to yourself that you're stupid, retarded, autistic, all these bad things. You think to yourself these negative thoughts and you believe that these are true. Now you believe them because what you've perceived in the world confirmed that those beliefs are true, because money is scarce because you don't have any money and all your friends don't have any money, and you're stupid because you grind for 1 year straight, didn't achieve any success, whereas you see other people grind for 6 months and they make 20K a month, 30K a month, 50K a month. And those things, the perception you have about the world confirms the truths, and when those truths are confirmed, your subconscious mind remembers that. And if your subconscious mind remembers something as true and they deem something as true, it will change the world that you see to be aligned to those truths. So if you believe that money is scarce, you're gonna go out, you're gonna see homeless people, you're gonna see broke people on the street, you're gonna see your friends struggling, you're gonna start associating yourself to other losers, other stupid people, because you believe that about yourself, you believe that about your environment. And a simple example I can give you about the subconscious mind and the RAS. That is a good point, the RAS. The RAS is the reticular activating system. It is basically a filter for reality. You've probably heard about this topic because you heard about the example of the red car, and you have one right here. So you heard about the example of the red car. When you, let's say, buy a red car, red Ford, and you haven't seen those cars previously out in your city, it's a pretty rare car. After you buy that car, you're gonna see way more of those red Fords out in the city. You're gonna ask yourself, why is this happening? How am I seeing other people have the same exact car as me? Now, truthfully, those cars have always been there, but your RAS, your filter for reality, finds things that you focus the most on. So let's say your focus is that money is scarce. You're always gonna filter, your subconscious mind is gonna filter your reality to always see homeless people, to always see broke people, to always see losers in life. That is how your RAS functions. And this ties into the point about being super specific and autistic about your dream life. It needs to go into specific details for it to guide yourself, for it to guide you using intuition towards achieving those things. So, if you have these beliefs, you're gonna always see them, your subconscious mind is gonna confirm them as true, and they're gonna lead you into living a life that is scarce. It's gonna lead you into living a life of a loser. So, the contrast and the usual biggest differentiator between losers and people that are really successful and they achieved everything those losers wanted is that losers think that reality is objective. They think that reality is a fact. They think that everything they see, other people see too. And when you think that reality is objective, you will not be able to have the superpower of changing reality to be subjective. So winners, that reality is subjective because you can change your reality. The reality I'm experiencing and the reality you're experiencing is completely different. We can live in the same city, in the same street, in the same apartment building, and we will see different realities. That is because of your perception. So a simple example is, let's say I walk out of my house and there's rain outside, it's raining, and I hate the fucking rain. I hate the rain. And now I feel negative because I saw the rain, it's not sunny, I feel super negative. Now I'm grumpy, I'm angry, I'm frustrated because now I have to bring an umbrella, I'm gonna be wet. Like, pause. All those things are gonna lead me into feeling negative. That is my perception. Now on the other side, you can have a person that also walks out, same rain, same city, but he doesn't really give a fuck about the rain. He couldn't care less about the rain. He's still gonna feel positive or neutral about it. So that person is not gonna get grumpy or angry. He's gonna stay the same. He's gonna stay positive. He's gonna love the rain maybe. And those are two completely different perceptions in the same physical reality, but they breed different outcomes. So this is what you have to think about. Your mental plane is gonna decide what you see in real life, in the physical reality. And if you cannot adapt that and align it to your goals, you're simply not gonna achieve them. You're always gonna see struggle, you're always gonna see anger, you're always gonna see stupidity, and you're not gonna see the positive things. And those positive things, such as intelligence, such as winning, are the things that are gonna build your success. So that is the mental plane. Always ask yourself, what would a person making 10K a month right now believe? Would they believe that me grinding for a year straight is asinine? Would they believe it's stupid? Would they believe that it's something positive? Would they believe I'm on the right path? Like, you have to think about these beliefs. A person making 10K a month, he doesn't believe that money is scarce. He has seen money in abundance. He has now friends that have a lot of money. Like, all those things come into play, so you have to think about that. So that is the beliefs part. Then you have the emotions. And emotions are super crucial. A lot of people online tell you, don't give a fuck about your emotions, and that is only a half truth. You have to give a fuck about your emotions because they are like glue to your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is the autopilot, as I said. So your subconscious mind is wrongly programmed, or is programmed for a different reality. You're gonna live that reality. So, emotions. You right now may be waking up angry. You wake up sad because you don't have any money. You wake up negative. This is your current experience of reality. But a person making 10K, 20K, 30K a month, that person wakes up super happy. He wakes up proud. He wakes up with all these extravagant positive emotions. And you have to adopt that. You have to kind of fake it. Now, I can talk about the visualization techniques and the meditation. That's gonna be a topic for another video, but I'm gonna give you a glimpse of that. Get into a meditative state, visualize the dream life you're going to be living in, and try to feel those emotions. Try to truthfully feel how it would be when you buy that car, when you make that 10K. How would you feel? Would you feel super proud, super fulfilled, super happy? You would go out, tell your family and friends. They would all hug you. Like, you have to visualize these things, because your mind doesn't make differences, doesn't realize the difference between imagination and physical reality. So you can use that to your advantage through visualization. So that is the mental plane. Now we get into the spiritual plane, and this is a very simple one. I assume you're a religious person and you believe in God. Whether you're Muslim, Christian, whatever it may be, you believe in God. You have to strengthen the connection with God to the point that you're convinced that God is going to help you achieve your goals. So you want to achieve 10K a month, and you tell God, please help me, guide me, enlighten me to achieve these goals. And if you lack the conviction, if you lack the strength with God, if you lack the faith in God, spiritual plane is not in alignment. You have to strengthen your connection to God, you have to strengthen your faith with God, and you need to be convinced that God, the Almighty, can do everything. He probably gave you tons of blessings that you forgot about because you're not grateful. But He gave you tons of blessings. Can you remember those situations where you're completely fucked in life and you thought it couldn't get any worse, and God gives you a blessing that solves everything? That has probably happened to you in the past. So God has given you plenty of blessings, plenty of proof that He is capable of giving you the things that you want. So strengthen your connection with God. Pray every day. Read your books. Read your holy book. And ask God for help. Ask God to provide you with intuition, with wisdom, with knowledge, with intelligence, and to guide you on the right path to achieving what you want. That is the spiritual plane. Now the physical plane, this is where you're all caught up. And another point I want to get into is a lot of people know about the spiritual plane and they focus only on the spiritual plane. And this is typically with girls. They will say, oh, I'm going to manifest having a successful business, and I'm going to pray to God that He's going to give me a successful business. And what usually happens, they pray to God, they don't do any work, they don't achieve it, because why would God give you something that you ask for if you didn't deserve it? Why would He give you a business that you have to run and all these responsibilities and accountabilities if He knows you're not even ready for that? So you have to think about those things as well. This is why the alignment is super important. You cannot focus on one aspect of life, on one plane of existence, because it will diminish you in other areas. You're gonna think you're making progress, but you're truthfully not. So alignment is super crucial and super important. The physical plane, this is the easiest part. So as I said, this comes last. First the mental plane, then the spiritual, then the physical. The physical plane is just picking a fucking business, starting a business, maybe buying a course, learning, grasping all the knowledge. This is a physical plane. You know how to do the physical plane. You know how to work. You know how to learn. You know whose courses you're going to buy. You know what kind of business model you want to do. So this is the last part. This is the easiest part. The easiest thing is working on your business. The hard part is the mental and spiritual plane, because those are things you cannot kind of grasp because they're not physical. You think you're not making progress in the mental and spiritual plane because you don't see it. But you're very much making progress, and it's boring work, which is why it's harder work, and why physical is kind of easy when you compare it to the mental and spiritual plane. And the fourth step is just going out and doing it now. There's no point in you wasting your time watching more videos on the similar or same topic if you're not gonna do any actions. Like, you just have to fucking do the work. I mean, I can sit here and motivate you and give you all these reasons why you have to get rich and get successful and live an amazing life, but until you decide, you inside of yourself decide that you're done with living the life you're currently living, nothing is gonna change. So go back into the video, think about the questions, think about the spiritual plane, think about your current life, think about your current beliefs, think about your day-to-day emotions, think about the work you're putting in. Are you truthfully doing the correct work, or are you just lazy procrastinating and being lazily productive, changing fucking profile pictures, changing your fucking, I don't know, logos on your website? Also, don't neglect the physical plane. Don't be a guy that only prays and visualizes about abundance and success but never does any work, because that is also not going to lead you into success. I can guarantee you that. So also think about the physical plane. Are you doing the right work? Analyze the things you're doing. Try to be more aware. And another point I want to get into is a life-changing habit is meditation. Everybody online talks about meditation. Nobody actually does it. You probably don't do it, but I'm gonna say this. Sit every day, 10, 15, 20 minutes. Just be aware. Focus. Fuck, that was bad. Focus on breathing. Just focus on your breathing. Go into a meditative state. Lay down in your bed. Fucking sit in your car. Go into a place that is silent. Focus on your breathing until you can feel your body be heavy. You're gonna feel how your hands, you're gonna stop feeling the motions in your hands. You're gonna stop having the feelings in your hands, in your legs, and your whole body. When you get into that position, you're gonna just observe your mind, because you're the observer of your mind. You're not your mind. You're the observer of your thoughts. So just observe. Observe the things that come up to the surface. Observe the things that your mind tells you. Just be aware of them. Don't try to fight it. Don't try to run away from it. Just observe. And a bonus tip is visualize. Visualize the dream life. Already said this. Visualize the dream life. Feel the emotions. Don't visualize if you're not gonna feel emotions. Emotions are super crucial, because the emotions are what distincts kind of this vague, superficial imagination from physical reality, because your mind doesn't make a difference between physical realities and imagination. And the simple example is, you can think about a hot girl and you're gonna get horny. That is the simplest example. That is your imagination. That girl's not there, but you feel horny. So, and that is why that works, because you feel the emotions. So you have to feel the emotions of you visualizing your dream life for it to actually register in your subconscious mind as a physical reality. So that is the whole point of everything I've talked about. Go out, do it now. It's a very simple concept, very simple steps. Watch the video backwards and do the things that I've told you. It's gonna fucking change your life. So that's pretty much it. Hope you enjoyed. Leave a like, share the video. That's it.